Hello everyone. Welcome to another learning session of Foundation of Programming at Codemode, where you learn by practice. Today we are starting a new chapter called All About Data. And in today's class, we will learn about basic data types. Before I start, I request you to like this video and follow our channel on YouTube, especially if you are watching this on YouTube. You simply need to click subscribe button. Your likes and subscriptions motivate me to create more videos and courses like this. Let's begin. As we have already learned that everything in computers is all about data. Either we capture data, store data, process data, we write instructions to process the data. So in this chapter, we will dig a little bit deeper into different type of data, where we store the data, how do we measure the data, how do we convert the data measurement in real life, and all of these topics. Now we have learned that data is of different type. Data has multiple types. For example, the name is a series of characters. When I say the word Python is made up of letter P, Y, T, H, O, and N. And this is referred as a string, a set of characters. And a string is a data type in any programming language. Similarly, when you write the date of, your date of birth, my date of birth, or pick any date of birth, today's date, which is, I guess it's 18th of May. So if I say 18th May 2022, this date is also a different data type. I would say in US, we say 5/18/2022. Again, the format could be different. In US, you call it month, day, and year. But ultimately, this is a data type. This is a new data type called date. Similarly, if you ask a question and you get a result in yes or no, that's another different data type. For example, did you wake up late today? And answer is yes or no. When you say yes or no, it is considered a Boolean value because the value is either yes, 1, or no, which is 0. So we have already learned that a data type which can only have two types, either yes or no, 1 or 0, true or false. True or false, this all is basically a Boolean data type. Now, why do we really care for this data type? Because the memory job is to store data, and memory has to optimize when it comes to allocating space for these data. If you remember my example of a hotel, think of memory as a hotel in which we have multiple rooms, right? So when a guest arrives, the hotel has built different type of rooms, and in fact, in case of hotel, the rooms are pre-built. But here in memory, it's a dynamic. You can adjust the room type based on your requirement. So you can dynamically create a 1-bedroom, you can create a 2-bedroom, you can create 3-bedroom and suite, and so on. But still, the data has to be stored in the memory in one or more rooms. So let's say when I say, did we wake up today? And answer is yes or no. This value, yes or no, is stored in a very small room. So the value will be stored either it will be 1 or it could be 0. So this value 1 or 0 requires a very small room. And that's why when the memory sees this as a Boolean value, it gives a Boolean data a smaller room. But if you store a data such as Python, which is a string, then in this case, maybe it is a 2-bedroom, or maybe bigger. If you store a number, let's say, year 2022, I'm not talking about date, I'm just talking about a number 2020. This is a whole number, and maybe it is a smaller room compared to, this may be 1.5 room, right? If you want to store a fraction let's say I want to store 2022.5. If this is a fraction number, this will require maybe a bigger room, so we store this in a bigger room. But the bottom line is, it's not the value inside the room that matters. It's basically the data type which drives this type of room, and that is how memory manages and either allocates a small room for a small party of like just yourself, or if you're traveling with your family and your mom and dad, maybe a bigger room. So a party of 3 is a different data type. Let's say it's a string, and string requires a bigger data type. So for programming languages, or for memory, in fact, the data type is more important. Based on the data type, memory allocates the size of the space. Who you store inside is none of memory's business. I can store here Python in this one, or I can store Java, doesn't matter. As long as it's a string data type, memory is allocated, memory allocates the room size accordingly. So hope this is clear, why data type is super important, especially in programming, because as I said, the memory is optimized for that. That's all in this class. If you have any question, please post it in the community on my.codemode.us, and you will get an answer. Please take time to solve the quiz associated with this concept. It will not only make you practice, but also test your knowledge and understanding. I'll see you all in the next class. Keep learning.